Hi, I am Anna. This is my English story. I did not know my any English. When people spoke English, I could never understand. The words sounded strange. I felt lost and confused, but now I speak well. I can talk with friends, read books, and write sentences. It was not easy, but I did it. Let me take you back to the beginning. I remember the first time I heard English. It was on TV. The doctors were speaking a language I did not understand. They laughed, talked, and seemed happy, but I did not join in. I wanted to understand. I wanted to be a part of their words at school. English was a subject. The teacher wrote words on the board. She said them out loud, but to me they were just sounding. I could make sense of them. My classmate seems to get it. They nodded, repeated the words, and never made sentence. But I sat quietly, hoping the teacher could not call on me. I was afraid to speak. What if I said it wrong? What if they laughed at me? I did not know any English. Now I speak well. One day I decided I wanted to change. I wanted to learn English. I wanted to understand those TV shows, talk with my friends, and do well in school. I know it would be easy, but I was ready to try. First, I talked to my parents. I told them I wanted to learn English. They were so supportive. They said learning a new language was a good idea. They encouraged me to start small and not give up. That gave me hope. I started with the basics. The alphabet was first step A, B, C, D. I practiced each letter. I wrote them down one by one. At first, my letter was shaky. Some were too big, others too small, but I kept practicing, so my letters looked just right. I was proud of my progress. Next, I learned simple words, cat or apple. These are words I say every day. I made flashcards with pictures and words. I looked at them often. I said the word out and loud. Slowly, the words started to make sense. I could see a cat and say cat. I could hold an apple and say apple. I felt good to know these words. Practicing every day was important. I said, I time each day to study. Sometimes I was tired. Sometimes I wanted to play instead. But I remember my goal. I wanted to learn English, so I practiced every day. I learned a little more. I started to make sentences. I am Anna. This is a book. These were simple sentences, but they meant a lot to me. They were my first step in speaking English. I practiced with my friends. They were kind and patient. They protected me when I made mistakes. They cheered me on when I got it right. Their support made a big difference. Speaking out loud was sacred at first. I was afraid of making mistakes, but I learned that mistakes were okay. They were part of learning. Each mistake taught me something new. Over time, I became less shy. I spoke more and more. I felt my confidence growing. Reading and listening were very also important. I started with children books. They were simple and had pictures. I could look at the pictures and understand the story. I read the word out loud. I repeated them until they sounded right. I listened to English songs. Music made learning fun. I sang along. Even I did not understand all the words. Slowly the songs made more sense. Watched English cartoons like characters spoke clearly. I could follow their stories. Watch's cartoon helped me learn words and phrases. Writing another step, I started with simple sentence. I like cats. Today is sunny. I wrote in a journal every day. My sentences were short, but they helped me practice. I paid attention to spelling. I wanted to write the words correctly. Spelling was tricky at first. Some words were hard to spell, but I practiced. I used dictionary to check my words. Each day my writing improved. I took small steps. I did not try to learn everything at once. I confused on one things at a time. This made learning easier. Each small step added up. Over time, as a big improvement, I joined an English club. We met every week. We talked about different topics. We played games in English. The club was fun and helped me practice speaking. I made new friends who were also learning English. We help each other. We share tips and encouraging one another. We found language partners online. We work toward video calls. They wanted to learn my language and wanted to learn my English. We help each other. I was like having a friend to study with. We practice speaking and listening. We correct each other mistake. This helped me a lot. I asked for help when I did not understand. I asked my teacher, my friends, and my parents. They were also willing to help. They explained things to me. They gave me decent resources. Asking for help was important. It showed me that I did not have to learn alone. Learning English changed my life. It opened new doors. I could talk with more people. I could understand more things. I felt more confident. I was proud of my progress. Now I want to help others. I want to share my story. I hope it will inspire you. If you are learning English, know that you can do it. Start small, practice every day. Do not be afraid to make mistake. Ask for help when you need it. Keep going even when it's hard. You can do it. To start small and keeping going. Thank you for listening to my story. Good luck with your English. Do not forget to like and subscribe.